Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for watching yet another one of my videos. So I've been really looking forward to sharing this truck with you. It is a 1960 Willys Overland two-door wagon, factory two-wheel drive. Turns out the client who commissioned this build had a lot of personal history with these wagons. So sometimes when we're building a derelict, it can take like a year to find the right vehicle. But literally the first day we started searching, this truck got listed on Craigslist and it was just absolutely perfect, so we grabbed it. The truck story is kind of cool. We found it back east in Virginia. It was sold new in Maryland, and then it went directly to a summer camp in Virginia. So the truck had two responsibilities. It would go pick up the kids at the Amtrak station when they came in for summer camp, and two, it would make runs to the town doctor when the kids got a boo-boo or were homesick or broke a bone or whatever. The camp closed in the early 1980s, and when the camp was off season, they would pull the truck inside and store it inside of the cafeteria mess hall. Super cool, 100% original paint and original upholstery, just a beautiful body. And you know, it's interesting, as we built this truck, I gained a lot of respect for, the simplicity is kind of obvious, but the build quality for an independent make of that era is really impressive. They're super stout, they're very intelligently put together, and we were excited for the opportunity. So, in talking through the project with our client, he said, really, he wants maximum ride quality and comfort, but he also, living in Oregon, is dealing with a fair amount of snow and slush and stuff. So in the end, we decided to do a two-wheel drive build with a locking rear differential to help him out on those days he gets surprised by snow and ice. So we worked with our good buddies at Art Morrison Enterprises to develop this chassis. It's actually the first Willys Overland they've done. They've done plenty of Willys street rods, those old Willys coupes are super cool. But we dragged them into, yet again, new territory for them, which is kind of fun. I love stumping those guys and calling them and asking them to do a build they've never done before. So we have independent front, we have triangulated 4-link rear, we're running a Curry Strange 9-inch in the rear, we're running Willwood brakes all the way around, 6-piston front calipers, 4-piston rear, we're running a Hydro Boost assist for the brake system, we're running a 16.5-to-1 BMW rack and pinion system for the power steering, and then we're running hidden subtle in-dash heat vent AC. We did that, we got lucky because the original heater control knobs we were able to repurpose to run the modern climate control system, so you really don't even know it's there. You'll notice the vents under the dash. We painted single stage to match the lines of the truck, again trying to be really subtle but to give that modern utility. The gauges are super cool too. Shannon at Redline did a kick-ass job on them, so you'll notice they look to be original, and the only giveaway is the digital display for trip meter and odometer. What we did was leave the original art, knobs, indices, needles, and the check lights for amp and oil, and then we replaced everything behind the scenes with modern computer controlled VDO units. So now that's a vehicle speed sensor driven speedometer, not some gacky cable. For the wipers, we kept the original wiper knob on the dash, but again, modernized that with a modern 3-speed Delphi motor with delay. Now for the audio system, these Willys are interesting. They have this center dash layout, and by the way, this cool kind of sort of wicker lithograph effect on the dash, it's been attributed to Raymond Loewy, who's one of my designer geek heroes. And I guess at the time, he was working for Studebaker, but the story goes that he was doing kind of side jobs because I guess he had a friend at Willys. So he's never been officially attributed to a lot of the design details on this vehicle, but as someone who's intimately familiar with his work, I smell some Loewy going on here. So center controls, center dash, speedo, and temp, and fuel, and blah, blah, blah. But then on the driver's side, where conventional Speedo would go, there's nothing but sort of a sort of glove box door that doesn't actuate. So what we did there is we designed and then CNC'd an aluminum piece that becomes an anchor for your iPhone. So now music management, voice to text, map, all that good stuff happens right there on that lightning dock that's also a charging unit. Works out really nice. As I'd mentioned, all the upholstery is all original, although we did upgrade the foam within the seats. We polyurea coated the floors for durability, and then this truck didn't have it, but a factory option would have been these cool wooden runners on the floor. I always liked those, so do my clients, so we added those in. Back in the cargo area, the client wanted a really nice powered fridge. So we ran one of our favorites, the ARB powered refrigerator, and it's on a really nice mount that slides out and then allows you to remove it when needed. And we gave it its own dedicated 12-volt power port back there. In keeping with the stealth audio system, starting with the dock for the head unit, or your iPhone in this case, we also went ahead and did the speaker grills. They're metal, but we had them painted in the body color because the kind of black generic grills always kind of irked me. So it kind of worked out nice, just made it disappear. The headliner is factory original as well, although we did drop it because we wanted to add Dynamat up in the headliner. There's also Dynamat lining the doors and the quarter panels, and then we have Dynamat lined Hargarten square weave loop removable mats in the front. All glass is original, all hinges rebuilt, all lock cylinders rebuilt, all weather stripping brand new. And the truck just has a great personality. There's something super cool about it. Makes everybody smile. And this body style is so usable. It's interesting. The dimensions of this two-door wagon, the usable space is just really cool. Really something I'm hoping we get to build more and more of these. Obviously, the whole chassis is media blasted to white metal to get mechanical tooth. Then it's epoxy primed with a zinc suspension epoxy powder coat, and then it gets the black final color coat. Same with all control arms, steering, blah, 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 everything's powder coated. I love my powder, I hate my paint. Tires are BF Goodrich all-terrains, 31-inch. The rims are one-off CNC'd for us, and those are made out of 6061 aluminum. And then the hubcaps, we designed the new wheels to fit the stock hubcaps. So we just put those on as found and even clean them. For power, we're running the General Motors E-Rod 5.3 aluminum fuel-injected V8. Great motor. It's putting out about 340 horse. About 390 torque, super efficient, emissions certified. And then the fuel system is a stainless steel tank, as with all the Icon builds, running an in-tank pump with sump and baffles. And then obviously charcoal canister and a sealed fuel cap. What do you guys think of the fuel cap? I was gonna machine a custom one, but the black one just totally disappears with that black ABS fuel flap that's stock, so I think it's fine. As we were putting the finishing touches on the truck, one thing that kind of irked me was the shifter. So we're running a Tremec 5-speed, again, because it's a two-wheel drive build. But the shifters are, I don't know, it's just this plastic thing. And we all know how I loathe plastic. So I reached out to the client to see if he was right there with me or if he didn't care. Crossing my fingers, he was right there with me. Fortunately, he was. So he let us totally geek out on the shifter. So we took the original Willys shifter for the 3-speed and we scanned it with the laser, got it into CAD, recreated it along with the knurled outer ring, had it machined in aluminum, then double hard coat black anodized, and then we did the Willys W, and then we did some color fill on that. Same with the shifter. We ran the original factory optional turn shifter, which is kind of cool. It's got a little green light to let you know when the shifter is rolling. So we upgraded that to LED, and then we redesigned and CNC'd the stock so that it could provide the functionality for the horn as well as the signal. Client, for some reason, is a big fan of trombones. So instead of the traditional trumpet, you'll notice we did a trombone as the graphic for the horn. It's all the detail stuff that floats my boat. The exhaust system on this truck is super moderate. Again, that's what the client wanted. So it's all mandrel bent, stainless steel, TIG welded, ceramic coated, and it's pretty stealth and quiet. If you put your foot in it, it wakes up a little bit. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch our videos and help spread the word about this ridiculous brand called Icon. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us at 818-280-3333. As always, follow us on Instagram at Icon4x4, on Twitter at Icon Customs, and on Facebook at Icon, but it's kind of boring. Most of the action's on my personal site, which is Jonathan Ward. Thanks again. Have a great day.